Welcome back again, rum lovers. It's Jame here of Ready, Set, Rum. And today, we're going with one of the big boys once again. We have Foursquare's 2009. Alright, so thank you to Rum Shan from Instagram. He loaned me this bottle. Yes, people lend bottles of rum around here. You know, in the rum family, you got rum friends. They do all sorts of things to make your channel grow. So thank you. It is rum.shan at Instagram. He has a ton of rums, rare rums he's been collecting for years. So check him out. Right? So thank you. Alright, next thing. Don't forget to subscribe. Right, guys, a lot of people are watching, not enough subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. Alright, so also I think only if you're in the subscription do you get my community posts. And I post different rums that I have. I communicate with people on the community tabs and stuff. So if you guys subscribe, you get the community posts, and then you could actually see what I'm posting, see the rums I'm buying, have more communication with me, suggest things, ask questions, all that type of stuff. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out how best to aid you guys, especially if you're in South Florida. Maybe I could start posting where I could find rare rums, old rum, stuff like that. Anything to help out the community. So guys, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying my best to add more value, right? Because watching my videos isn't enough for you guys to hit the subscribe button. So I'm trying to add value by doing more stuff in the community tab. So check it out. Alright guys, so 2009 from Foursquare. Last week I did the premise. Now 2009, so the premise was sherry and ex-bourbon. This is all ex-bourbon, right? So 2009 ex-bourbon 12 years pot and column blend, released in 2021, 60 proof, right? For all those who don't know, which I think might be few of you guys, Foursquare is out of Barbados. It's run by Richard Seal. Richard Seal is pretty famous in the rum community. If you're into rums, Richard would be on the blogs, would be chatting, arguing, setting you guys straight on any misconceptions you may have. He's well versed in making rums, and he's also very versed in the history of rum. Now, Barbados is one of those countries that pop's kind of weak. I don't know. All right, that's better. So Barbados is one of those places that have tons of rum history, right? They have 4 operating rum plants. They really document and keep track of all the history of the country. So Richard Seal is the master blender of Foursquare, and this is the Foursquare rum. And it's typical bottle, looks nice, looks elegant. I think I have a bottle of 2005 at the premise, and those were back in 2015 or so. And then afterwards, I think they started adding this little loop around the neck afterwards, right? So this is 2001. So that's the only big difference. Do a nice pour. Because it's 60% and it's all bourbon cask, I definitely gonna have to let this breathe. I have some water here, but it's kind of chill. I probably gotta get some bottled water, right? But before I get my bottled water, my cold water presented to you by Rick's Cafe. Rick's Cafe is a bar out in the grill in Jamaica. Really fun place. It's an area there to dive off. I dove off a couple years ago. Scary experience, man. But yeah, Rick's Cafe, always a fun place in the grill in Jamaica. Get some bottled water though, guys. I am back. Some bottled water, because definitely 60 proof. I may need to cool this down a little bit. It might be a lot, right? You never know when it comes to these high proof rums exactly what you're gonna get. At 60%, that is a lot on the palate, right? So swirl it around a little bit. If I get some legs again, this is 12 years, all ex-bourbon rum. And honestly, any bourbon lovers, bourbon drinkers, they really appreciate this rum because the bourbon really infuses into the flavor. Again, Rumshan on Instagram, when he came over, he's a big collector and really drinks a lot of his rums. I don't know why. He came over one time. I gave him the 2005 to try. He's like, man, this thing tastes like bourbon. The 2005 is similarly 12-year bourbon. I think it's like 59% or something. I'm definitely gonna do a comparison between the two. You know, just to kind of give you guys what the body is like, what the differences are. Because year to year, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just based on probably the yield, the molasses, you know, different minute differences within the distillery. The proof changes a little bit. I think it's probably like up a percent or down a percent from year to year. But I'll definitely do a review comparing the 2005 and the 2009. I got the two bottles here, so why not, right? All right, so wow, legs are, after all that long spiel, there's very thick legs just coming down the glass. So very good body on this. That's the thing, like that's why, you know, having both pot and column still and just using heavier rums, you get a really good bodied rum, and I'm impressed, man. Like, you know, some rums give you like really fine tight beads, but these are giving you really big, slow moving beads. You know, this is exactly what legs supposed to look like in my mind, right? Or what you'd imagine on any alcohol actually. But let me get into it. Color, standard, amber. Let's get into the nose. Wood, cedar, really strong woody flavor there. It's like you get woodiness and then you get like oakiness, right? You like that tannic higher note on there. Getting some fruits, getting some deep dark fruits. Like honestly, that's the thing with typical column still rums. Like these are just the typical flavors you get, and do say they have column still in there, but to me honestly, they never say the proportion between the column and the pot, and to me it seems like it's really just a sprinkle of pot, or their pot isn't very like potty, you know. It doesn't give you that funkiness. Like, you know, some of the smaller brands and all they have is a pot still, you get pot, it's just like whoa, like you get a lot of flavor, you get a lot of, you know, funk and different things off of the nose, over the taste, sorry, and the nose. This not so much, just nice cherries, prunes, you know, that kind of fruit cake kind of nose, and woody. Like it's high on the woodiness. The fruits are singing as well. All right, let me get to tasting it. Like my mouth is salivating. Whoo! All right. Wow. A lot of flavor, a lot of fruitiness. Dried out my cheeks. Like dried out my cheeks, man. Wow. Swallowed. There's some heat coming up. Very fruity. You know, honestly, so fruity. You'd almost think there's some sherry on there, like some sherry cask. But it says completely ex-bourbon, so great flavor, even with the high proof. You know, I honestly, like, I took a big gulp there. Like I tried to sip it down in two sips, but I'm happy. I'm honestly happy about this rum. You know, honestly, just not like, I like the sherry finish stuff, but I'm not that big on the bourbon, just the straight bourbon finish. Because I thought I wasn't, right? Because I had the 2005 for a while, and I was like, okay, but I really like the premise a lot, right? But Ocean 2009, the fruitiness is so there, which is what I really like. The heat is there, it's 60%, so you know, it's not like cheap heat, like, you know, just bad distillation, cheap stuff heat. This is like high proof, 60%, me taking a big gulp heat. Definitely get the woodiness, get the kind of slight bourbon state. Like, it's not as bourbon as I expected, as I thought it would have been, right? Not a big bourbon drinker, but I've had a few. And yeah, definitely good taste in there. Let me go for a second sip. Just add some water, just a little bit. It's a salty brininess right there. few drops. Never want to drown out the rum. A few drops to open it up. So I don't know, just getting a little brininess there on that like second sip right there. Saltiness. It's like olives. Yeah. Very salty, very briny. A little bit of chocolate-like notes on the back. Honestly, I'm really enjoying this rum. And as I said, it's surprising for me. Just did not expect to enjoy it this much. Let's get into some expert tasting notes. So I'm about to review or compare with the rum reviewer, the Fat Rum Pirate. I love checking on his stuff. I appreciate his tasting notes, right? So he says, nosing reveals sweet strawberries and ginger, right? He said it's quite woody, oaky, which I talked about that. Waft of vanilla and stone fruit, plums, raisins, and then soft notes of peaches and apricots. I always struggle to get the peach apricot type thing, and black cherries as well. So I definitely got the plums, raisin type thing. Vanilla, I don't think I got vanilla, but I definitely got woody and oaky, right? Okay, vanilla is there, but the peach apricot thing I struggle with. Black cherries, I don't think I've had enough black cherries to know. Ginger and strawberry. Ginger, I don't know, man. I think I'm batting like 50% at this point, right? And then he says on the mouthfeel, it's full strength, very rich, warm rum, definitely. Flows with fruity red wine. Okay, I can see that. Plums. No shortage of warming oak notes. Very true. And spicy. I was thinking that it was because of the alcohol that was kind of kidding me, but yeah, I could see the spiciness on there, right? The rum seems less dry than previous releases. Well, if that's true, that's a good thing, because I do remember that I wasn't, as I said before, I just wasn't a big fan of the 2005, which I had, but maybe my palate evolved since then, so definitely compare that again, right? He says fruity notes, oak notes fades out gently and remains minimal real burn, whilst a burst of spicy ginger to tip off the finish. Honestly, like what I thought I would have gotten, or I thought he would have said, was about the type of brininess, almost olive-like flavor I got. There's a Fat Rum Pirate, he did not say that. I know I saw the Rum Barrel, he also had a review as well. He's from, I think he's from England. His name is Alex or something. We both post on all the blogs and stuff, and he usually has a good palate as well. His palate is pretty in depth. I'll just give you a short part of what he said. On the nose, it feels rich and red. Hibiscus tea, Luxardo cherries, ripe red apples, blood orange, dusty red books. How did this guy smell dusty red books? Man, I don't know. You guys got some training. You gotta put me on where you get this training on these books. Coconut oil, ginger biscuits, toasted oat vanilla, raw cacao nibs. I did get a bit chocolatiness to it. And that's basically like raw cocoa nibs is like high proof chocolate, like 90%. Passion fruit, molasses, walnut, allspice. Did not get any of those. Maybe a little bit of the molasses, but passion fruit and what? Like, this guy got some notes, man. Alright, you know what? I want to train myself to be like, I think his name is Alex from the, Alexandru Sando from the Rum Barrel blog. He's really good. But definitely didn't get all his notes. But definitely this is a good rum. So at this point I always say, hey, it's a must buy, it's a must try, must buy, must have. And for me, honestly, I have so much rums, it's hard to get into the must have category, right? Because for me, a must have is where I just have to continually buy more bottles, right? The must buy, you must buy a bottle. First you buy it because you enjoy it, and then just drinking through the whole bottle, you get to really discover more flavors. And maybe through time I'll get to discover more flavors of this. I like this. Again is Rumshan's bottle, so I'm not gonna get to drink out the whole thing, right? But definitely a must buy is where you really get to savor and enjoy and go through discovering new notes of the rum. You buy it, you like it, right? You buy it because you like it, and then you get the experience of going through rum. A must try is where you just must try it. You know, maybe you like it, maybe you won't, but you should at least try the rum. Like no rum, well, not really no rum, but most rum you should at least try, right? And for me, this is definitely a must buy, and honestly, it's bordering on a must have. High proof, very fruity, very flavorful, powerful. At 60 proof, man, neat. You're good. Well, big rock in there at 60 proof, like it's, by the time the ice melts down a bit, you get down to 40, like you're still good. So definitely must buy, bordering on must have. You know, they bring these out every year, so that's why it's hard to even if I really love it, it's hard to say a must have because there'll be a 2010 next year, right? That's just how it goes with these guys. But definitely a good rum, definitely a must buy, definitely check it out. Foursquare 2009, I recommend it. Alright guys, Ready Set Rum, taking around the world, one rum at a time. Cheers.